actually unfolding. The drama before the Rajya Sabha polls tomorrow is constant. In a few hours from now, the election to the upper house seats will begin and parties are restless in Maharashtra. The Aghadi camp has holed up their MLAs in a hotel. Actually, all MLAs from all parties are in hotels right now. So, you know, in case you were thinking you wanted a break, look at what these MLAs are going through in various states. They are being treated to magic shows, yoga camps, complete chill sessions. But not all of us are MLAs, so some of us have to work hard. Apart from that, the NCP has been pinning their hopes on two jailed leaders, Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik and former Minister Anil Deshmukh. So there was quite a setback today when a special PMLA court in Mumbai rejected the two politicians' plea to vote for the Rajya Sabha elections. Now, Anil Deshmukh has moved the Bombay High Court against the PMLA court order. That hearing will be at 10:30 tomorrow morning, but the voting starts by about 9:30. So it's going to be a very close call. So why are these Netas' votes so crucial? And will they be a game changer? Does the rejection of their pleas come as a setback to the MVA for a close Rajya Sabha fight? These are some of the issues that we're talking about this evening. Clyde Castro of the NCP is joining me now on the show. Clyde, great to have you on the show. Is this bad news if these two leaders, Mr. Deshmukh and Mr. Malik, cannot vote in? Does this mean your candidates could not perhaps make it to the Rajya Sabha?
Well, let me tell you, not having these two leaders of ours voting is obviously something that's not good. But to answer your question that, it's going to affect our Rajya Sabha, elections, well, we have the desired votes. We have enough votes for all our candidates, the Mahavikas Aghadi candidates get elected. So, well, we're not worried at all. We're not worried. Everything's going to be okay. But it's not good that these two leaders of ours cannot vote. I mean, it's their fundamental right. Ideally, they should be getting the right to vote. But having said that, it's the court's judgment. I don't want to comment too much on it. But we are going to the higher court. And,
Clyde, why has there been such a display of insecurity with the MLAs just cloistered in these hotels over the last few days? If you're sure of the votes, it's really once again a very obvious display of no faith in your MLAs, isn't it?
Well, are you talking about our MLAs or you're talking about the BJP MLAs? Looks like
all the MLAs are in hotels, but I'll have to ask you about yours.
Let me explain this to you, Tamanna. I'll give you the ground reality. All our MLAs who have come out from outstation, they are in a hotel. The others are doing their work. Everybody's out. The ministers are out. You can see them. But conspicuous by the absence are all the BJP leaders. The BJP was talking and going to town about, resort politics, but they are the ones who are indulging in resort politics. And all the MLAs are actually locked up in a resort and they're guarding them. The other leaders are guarding them. So
are you trying to poach them? Is that why they're guarding them?
Well, see, you know what? Guilty conscience picks the mind. They are the ones who are trying to poach. We are not interested. We have enough numbers. We are going to go ahead with our voting.
Clyde,
we don't need to poach anybody.
Why does this election matter so much? Now, I know there's actually a fight in Maharashtra for these 6 seats after 2 decades. There are 7 candidates and 6 seats. But why is it very, very crucial for the MVA right now to make sure they bag these? Will this also be sort of a question of whether there is unity among the members of the Mahavikas Aghadi?
Tamanna, every election is important. Okay? So if you're going to say that this is going to prove that there's unity among MBA, and things like that, well, let me tell you, the unity is strong. Okay, these elections are important like any other election. But for the BJP, they have made it an issue. Like you said, it's always been unopposed. Unanimously, they decide, and these Rajya Sabha elections are held. BJP wants to play mind games. They know they don't have the numbers, and earlier, when they knew they did not have the numbers, they never fielded. But having lost the so-called power that they're running after, they are just playing mind games. They just want to create problems for the Mahavikas Aghadi. But we are working hard. We are together. We are stronger as ever. We are going to complete the 5 terms.
I want an update. Clyde, I want an update from you also on the meeting which took place at Mr. Sharad Pawar's residence. There was a quote from him earlier in the evening saying that he's been tasked with shortlisting a presidential candidate. which of course why those Rajya Sabha numbers also become important. But are there any names in mind that you can share with us?
Well, honestly, I'm not privy to what the thing happened just now, because I was doing debates back to back, and then I was in a meeting. So I've just rushed out. In fact, your debate was a little later, but I rushed in to do it earlier. So I'm not privy to that. But these meetings are regular meetings, so this happened to take place. So if I know more details, I'll get back to you.
All right, thank you, appreciate it. Clyde Crasto there from the NCP. It's going to be a tough call for the Maha-Vikas Aghadi tomorrow. They have to make sure that their numbers are in place, and 2 will be missing as of now. We'll have to see what the Bombay High Court says on Mr. Deshmukh's plea against the special court's order, which doesn't allow him to vote because he is right now in custody. Now, earlier